So you probably wonder, like, what does Gary Gregg do in his spare time when he's not working? He's working with plants all the time, so he must get sick of plants. He must do something else, like surf or ride a skateboard or go skiing. And well, that stuff is fun. I really like that stuff. But to be totally honest with you, I like plants just as much as anything else. I know that sounds weird, but it's why I like my job so much, you know? It's like, well, I can go on vacation and I could like have a good time, pay a whole bunch of money, and then come back and be all stressed out because like I got nothing done for like a week. Or I could work and have pretty much about the same amount of fun, get paid a bunch of money, and then, you know, not be stressed out because I got stuff done. Probably for you. Anyway, so what do I do in my spare time? Well, right now I'm down in Anza, Borrego Desert at the Natural History Association botanical garden called ABDNHA Desert Garden. And this place is really cool. You need to come down here. You know, look at that. Beautiful color right now. Whoosh. So this place is so pretty. You got your yucca rostrata. Look how pretty yucca rostrata can be. I like the skirt. The fun thing about the skirt is that means you have to do no maintenance at all. But if you come in here and trim it really meticulously, you'll get this beautiful pattern on the trunk. Almost looks like reptilian, even though it's not. And just such a beautiful plant right there. You've got your Ocotillo right next to that, skying toward the sky, starting to leaf out a little bit, getting some blooms. Blooms are opening up a little bit. Hesperala right there. Beautiful plant with, fun thing about this guy, it gets pink and red flowers. But look at the hairs on it. You really have to appreciate these plants for the intricacy that they offer to you. Sometimes people don't notice that as you walk by so quickly. You've got yourself a barrel cactus out here. You've got this beautiful Opuntia. Here's one of my favorite plants that ranges from the deserts out here all the way to kind of near LA. You can see it on the freeway on Highway 5 coming out of LA. And Celia farinosa, beautiful silver foliage. And this time of year in January, it's blooming out here. I have this in my garden, naturalizing at my house in Lafayette. So a really adaptable plant. Some beautiful agave weberi. And this place is like really, really meticulously raked. I'm afraid to walk on the path because the path is meticulously raked like you've never, ever seen a path raked before. Look at how meticulous this path is. Oh, wait a minute.
You're a funny guy. Walk on the path.
Wait, I'm not walking up. Wait.
I just cut this section, so that's
I'm walking
like.
over here.
Jump in and get
I'm walking over here.
Hey,
I'm not going to mess that up.
Hey, walk on it. You'll be the first person.
The first person? I don't want to be, man. That's like taking the baseball field and stepping on the white line. You just don't do that, you know?
My name's Michael Buckner.
What's up, Mike? How you doing,
walk
man?
on the path. You'll be the first one.
Okay, here I go. You said to do it. No, I'm gonna totally wrecking his path. You know what that means? That means Mike has job security because everywhere I walk, he has to follow me. He's got his rake. He's got his rake. And
isn't that funny how
yeah.
Raking has always made me real happy.
It's so I feel it was perfect before I did this to it. All right, Mike.
So
Mike, tell me about this. Come on, let's go check it out.
So this is the ABDNHA Garden, the Anza Borrego Natural History foundation garden. It's called ABDNHA. The offices are up front, and this is their demonstration garden back here. It's relatively in its infancy. You can see by the size of the cacti, that type of thing, that a lot has been done here, and it's developing in phases. Because of course, money is always an issue. You were the first person to walk on this new section of a garden, and soon they'll have rocks.
Well, that's right. It looks like you literally just cut this
I just
path.
cut it.
Now, are you blessed to just have this natural golden DG out here naturally, or do they bring this in?
Both.
Yeah?
Wait,
what do you mean? How does that work? Both?
It's both. It's here, and then, of course, some of it is actually brought in with a fixative.
Okay, yeah,
but then
right.
again, you have all this, all of the seeds. They don't use any herbicides. They don't use any Roundup here. So
I love the dry creek look here. It's probably not dry all the time. I bet when you get some big heavy rains.
This actually brings water down across the parking lot next door and right on through into the desert.
And what I like is that, like, true to nature, you've got your Washingtonia native Phyllophora palms along the creek bed where they would naturally occur.
Yeah,
because I'm a palm freak.
Yeah, and you're aware that just this last weekend we had the forest up, the Phyllophores burning up in the canyon.
I didn't know that.
Oh my God, they're
how'd that happen?
They've closed it. No, they think
people smoking dope.
Probably
dope. It's always dope. Dopers did it.
I think there were some individuals up there that actually were. They're investigating it right now, so you can't really extrapolate whatever took place.
It wasn't Burning Man, but it could have been a burning palm.
It was burning palm, but who wants to burn all those beautiful the Palm Canyon up here?
You know,
in the watershed.
You know, it does occur naturally.
It's closed right now,
and so you would think that no, you don't want to burn all that stuff. But you know what? I went into Palm Springs one time and hiked back into Palm Canyon like 30 years ago. And there had been a wildfire probably 6 months before, so there was a little bit of skirt hanging off the trees. They had recovered enough, but they were like perfectly trimmed, and the trunks were just black. They were all black.
Yeah.
And it was the most striking thing I've ever. I was like, I took a ton of photos.
Yeah. When you go into a pine forest that's then been carbonized, it's turned into charcoal, and you walk out there, particularly if you go out and it's snowed lately and you see all those black skeletons and the snow, it is absolutely surreal. And this is just a part of nature.
It's different, it's part of it.
You have to consider that there's always been wildfires, and they have never had, and in years past, say for instance, we're in the Holocene right now, these things put themselves out, like Australia this last week, because we have those devastating fires in Australia.
Probably got a monsoon.
And now they've got monsoons in there, and finally nature is actually helping out. But,
and sooner or later, they say that ultimately, like the real fires, it doesn't matter how many tanker trucks you get, how many airplanes you get.
Doesn't matter.
It's not stopping until the rain comes and the wind stops.
And then all of a sudden, what we call a eutrophication takes place, and all of that material is turned back into nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium.
Right.
And then things start over again, and things stay in the ground. They come back from roots. They come back from seeds. There's like a complete bloom, and of course it's successional. In other words, it's going to take years and years and years to get back to what it was before. But then,
But then you get to that point, and it's a saturated forest, and you start losing species because plants dominate, and they need to get whacked back by the fire again, right?
And that's it. And then things come back.
Yeah, it's amazing how everything like heals itself ultimately. Well, let's take a tour of your garden. Come on, man, let's go.
Well, it's not my garden. It's ABDNHA's garden.
All right, yeah.
So there's some.
But you know all about these plants. Look at this justicia.
Yeah.
It's the chuparosa. You know, people call me the chupacabra. I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Chuparosa means, of course, the suck flower. Because
suck
the hummingbirds and moss, so it's big proboscis.
Yeah,
we have this.
You got to have a really big proboscis to get in there. That's a deep one there.
Long.
So where's this one native to? Is this right here? Is it right here?
Right here.
That's a beautiful plant.
And we have it right here.
And what's cool is January.
Yeah,
it's midwinter.
Within a half mile of us, we actually have some specimens, and I'm not going to tell you where, that are blooming yellow. Same plant, but bloom yellow. Just an extreme rare phenotype. So I just recently got some seeds, so I'm gonna be able to produce some yellow chuparosas. Well, everybody loves Yucca rostrata. You just can't go wrong.
No, I know. I was talking all about the beautiful bark trim job.
It's just magnificent.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Cardone. This is our.
You know what's interesting is that this is the big saguaro look-alike down in Baja.
Yep.
And we could grow this in the saguaro will rot on top of the cacti with the rains. Yeah. And guys, seriously dedicated guys will put an umbrella all winter long over the top of these things, and they'll take it off in April. Yeah. But I decided not to do that, and mine rotted out just like this old guy told me it would. And then
that's what happens at that point. 3 years later, you have 2 or 3 heads at that particular point.
Yeah.
And look at those ribs.
Yeah, well, I like the coloration contrast in here. See this?
That's cerulean, that waxy cerulean blue.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you call pulverulence.
Right. And so what's interesting is that we can actually grow these in the Bay Area, no problem. These will take the rain on the top. It will not rot out whatsoever. I have some of these in Richmond, California, that are like 15 feet tall in my demonstration garden.
Wow, that's lovely.
But what's interesting, though,
is
that? Well, it's my Golden Gate palms right here. See? This place right here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, excellent.
But what's interesting is this is a very different looking Pachyceres pringli than mine. Mine look a lot more like this, but this is like the spines are really sort of muted on this plant, and the ribs are huge. So there's very little spine to flesh ratio, where mine are much more like this.
Okay, so
I really like that form right there. That's really beautiful.
But in nature, you're going to find all these different phenotypic forms.
Yeah.
And then, of course, these ribs are going to be close together. It's an accordion, just like saguaros, just like Carnegie.
Right.
And so when it's hot and drought-stricken, then this is going to be closer. It closes up. It allows less sun to get to the body, which is its chlorophytic leaves.
Right. And I can tell there's some signs out here that says that you have gotten a lot of rainfall naturally because the grasses are going crazy, which means the ribs are getting super fat and splitting the t-shirt kind of like me after Thanksgiving dinner. So, let's keep rocking the garden. Come on, let's go this way. Where should we go? Where should we go? You show me.
There's the Gavi Weberi
isn't that pretty?
In the variegated form. It's a beautiful plant it's a beautiful, beautiful plant without the variegation, but this Weberi marginata is spectacular. And we've got here we've added here's this little seedling I just put in. I grew that from seed 5 years ago, and I've been
and you're training it like a bonsai with the wire. Look at that.
So that's little Bracera
that's absolute dedication. And they pay you like what you said, $200,000 a year to work here?
Yeah, that's it.
Is that it?
$200,000, yeah.
He's a volunteer. Come on, everybody, give me a hand. Give me a hand. He's a volunteer. Thank you. Thank you for volunteering.
Here's the organ pipe cactus.
There it is.
This is Stenoceras thurbi.
Mike is not lying.
And this is a magnificent plant when you get down to the Cape, when you get down to Baja California, also across into Sonora. It's a magnificent plant. Let me show you, there's one a total endemic here that I'm aware of. There's one total endemic.
Let's do it.
Over here. There's a Folkieria boragii that's over here, which is only found in...
Yeah, so I want to talk about your how do you say it? Folkieria.
The Ocotillo
You got to be careful with that one.
Folkieria, you always want to be careful.
People thinking like, that guy just dropped the Folkieria bomb on me.
Well, you know, these South African plants, the large caduciforms, so you have to be cautious, like Fockia edulis.
Yeah, right.
Huge, massive tuber, Fockia edulis.
Yeah, or how about Bauhinia fornicata? No, forficata. Fornicata. Is it fornicata or is it forficata?
Fornicata, I like better.
It's the white fucking orchid tree.
How about Calanquae orgialis?
Yeah, I know that one. You know what? I did.
How about a Puntia molesta?
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. I think they banned that after the Me Too movement.
So here's the white-flowered Ocotillo. It's an endemic to Baja California. You rarely see this in anybody's garden. You can find this plant where Hendrickson did his work at Fullerton Arboretum. This may have come from Fullerton Arboretum. You can also find this at Orange Coast College, the garden at Orange Coast College. Joe Stead. Boy, that's a garden to go look at sometime. Go to Orange Coast College and look for their cactus and succulent garden.
You know what I like about Folkieria, Mike? Is it Folkieria looks like lightning coming out of the ground.
It certainly does.
Doesn't it? It's got that shape. It's like bam! It's like reverse lightning. I love it.
See the difference here? Here's Folkieria McDougall, named after the famous Thomas McDougall.
McDougall.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like related to the Clintons?
Oh, yeah.
Or
God help us.
something like that. Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the.
Can't believe they named a plant after it.
I mean, when you know how.
Oh, look at the violaceae. So tell me, you got two different.
Santa Rita's.
What do we got here?
You've got a Puntia basilaris
Yeah,
at
that's
the base,
basilaris.
which is the native here.
Oh yeah, that's the
And then
basilaris down here.
You've got the
then there's
Puntia
the
Santa Rita, Violacea Santa Rita.
And then
this is probably Macrocentra.
Look at the
Does it have a
color
tag on it?
on that right there.
Yeah, this is probably Macrocentra. Let's take a look.
Macrocentra.
Okay, they've got Macrocentra.
So macrocentra would mean the center of large.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you mean?
The center spine is large.
Oh, the center spine is large. I get it. There's the center spine right there, and it's large.
They're large.
Yeah, I get it. It's all making sense now. Here's my Washingtonia grove that I was so enamored by. You got to trim perfectly. I like the bump. I like the bump that just like crawls into the.
That's just good landscaping.
It really is.
Yeah.
So what do we have?
Here's the totem pole over here.
Oh yeah, look at
that.
that.
This is Lophoceros.
Whoa! What are you doing? It says
path.
there's no walking off the path. Some dude raked it really nice. So you don't want to, you're gonna mess it up.
We can fudge a little bit.
All right.
So this is the totem pole cactus. This is Lophoceros shottii monstrosa, and this is generally you can see the bumps. So this is basically
Looks like my face in high school.
Oh, yeah, probably.
A little bit.
This is probably this plant is in central Baja California. It grows all the way from throughout the Sonora into Sinaloa, but this particular one is only found in central Baja California. It's a monstrous growth of an extremely spiny plant that they often call cenita, or a hairy one. And this is an aberrant form that's found in a place called. It's real close to El Arco. Rancho El Reunion. There's just one valley where this particular plant
This is
found.
so bizarre. There's like, are there thorns? There's no thorns at all.
Yeah, it's a completely.
This is so bizarre.
thornless.
Yeah, so I have one of these small ones,
It's
but
a
I don't
monstrous.
think I've seen it. Here's the nose. That's a nose. I think that's someone's nose.
Yeah.
Are you know, they're doing weird things these days. They're like taking parts of pigs and growing noses to put on people. Is this some weird experiment you've got going on?
Yeah, why not?
You're growing noses out here to help fund the
Why
garden?
not? Why not?
Something's going on. I knew something was up out here.
Yeah.
So here's your saguaro.
Well, I don't know.
No, that's Packers.
This is Pachyceras.
What is that?
Pachyceras
That's another
primula.
Pachyceras.
It's just that
Yeah,
look,
it's
you're
got
just
the
not
diff-
used to see all of the how
Right.
wide they
Yeah,
are.
it's
They're
very
healthy
different from the
right
other
now.
one.
We haven't had a frost.
But here
out
you go. Look at there's that striation of color.
Oh, and then that beautiful pulverulence.
Do you have a saguaro here?
No.
Why not?
You should give it a try.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd put a T-shirt.
Do
or an umbrella
do
on.
they not grow well here?
No, they really don't do well here. Here's a plant that basically you can see it's kind of a little bit yellowed out.
It's kind of pretty yellow though. I like the coloration.
No, all I see is that it's chlorotic and needs iron.
Yeah, you've been talking about iron.
But this plant is may not have been put in very long ago, and you can see that the new growth is all coming out green.
Yeah.
And it might have been too hot a summer. We had quite a few 115 degree days out here, and so it may have just not been able to protect itself. But a little bit of ironite behind it.